Hello again my friends, so I just completed the new raid Lair Eater of Worlds and I gotta say, it's actually a hell of a lot of fun. A solid Leviathan expansion characterised by death-defying leaps into these crazy, almost abstract environments and one of Destiny's best boss encounters. Now, this was the fastest I've ever completed a blind raid run, and that's not because it was any easier than previous raids, it just has less encounters. A bite-sized raid activity, if you will. In this video, I'm going to talk you through my highlights, show you my raid team's loot, plus a cheeky secret chest. Let's do this. Now this part is the first of 3 epic jumps. This one was through a cascading waterfall, and I gotta say, I did not expect to see a waterfall in this raid layer, but that's my favourite thing about raids, unique sights and epic set pieces. Now there's 3 epic jumps in total, each one topping the last, and don't worry, we'll come on to those as we progress through this raid. So first up we have a jumping puzzle. Each of these raised platforms can only be stood on by one guardian. If 2 guardians try to share a platform, it sinks into the purple goop and you die. Sounds easy enough, right? Well, yeah, it's a fairly gentle start to ease you into the raid. Next up, a second leap of faith into the unknown, and I have to admit, I love this kind of thing. Just jumping off a ledge to see what lurks below. In this case, a fan that blows you back up. Now, after bobbing up and down on a current of air, you eventually find a ledge to clamber onto that leads to the next section of the raid. And here is that section, a giant conductor that generates a lethal dose of electricity, but it's only lethal if you're not shielded by its terrifying power. So then, you have to run along the pipe and hide behind these conveniently placed metal shields before another burst of electricity blasts you into oblivion. It's really not that hard. In fact, I'd say this was the easiest part of the raid. You just have to have a little bit of patience, or if you're feeling a little bit handy, you can risk skipping a few shields to speed run this section. And once you get past that area, you come to my favourite part of the raid, the third and final epic jump, but this one hits you completely by surprise. Out of nowhere, you're blasted out into this low gravity section filled with floating debris that you have to dodge. It's a genuinely breathtaking moment in the raid, and everyone on my fire team was like, oh shit, what the hell is going on? So yeah, you have to maneuver your way past the floating rocks until you land safely below, and as you can see, there are also floating rings scattered throughout the debris, 6 in total. If you or your fire team pass through them, they turn blue. Pass through all 6 and you'll get a bonus chest when you land below. Now dying does not reset the rings, and you don't need to hit them in any particular order, so you can keep respawning until you pass through all 6 rings. Now this secret chest grants you a legendary engram and 750 glimmer. Credit for this find goes to Ishkar Destiny. You'll find a link to his full video in the description box below. Nice find, dude. Next up, you have to find out what's lurking in this big Vex structure. Spoiler alert, it ain't pretty. Now to destroy the protective Vex structure and fight the boss within, you need to fire frickin' laser beams into various crystals embedded within the rock. And you also have to kill a hell of a lot of Vex. Like I said, there's loads of them. Kill them because there's loads of them. Did I mention there was loads of them? There's loads of them. Kill them and stuff. Yeah, there's loads of them. Sorry, but there is shit. And once you've taken out all the crystals, looky here, the Vex structure melts away, and then, well, then it's down to business. You gotta take out the boss. And like I said, it ain't pretty. This shielded dickwad is by far the hardest part of the raid. Unsurprising, really. But yeah, once you get the mechanics down, mechanics that involve more laser beams, taking out critical hit points on the boss, and ultimately slowly draining this fool of life, well, then you get the loot. I'll let the rest of the raid speak for itself, and yes, as promised, I'm going to show you my loot haul. Enjoy.
You'd better hold on to something. I will allow your death to be so trivial. Not have to use the planted goal in such decisive fashion. You are magnificent today. You gorge yourself on danger. You embrace death. When the end comes, I know you'll embrace that too. And believe me, it will be far more enjoyable to face it together. Reflect on this, and know that tomorrow is not guaranteed.